Okay. Well, this is episode 1 officially of Through the Bong. So I'm Elham.
I'm Anna.
Wait, are we not supposed to say our names? So we should do character names.
Not really.
No, we didn't care. That's right. I'm Megan, I guess.
I guess.
It's my birth name, but not my real name.
And this is our first episode. We decided we're gonna take this seriously now because we're professionals going into the professional world.
Of course.
And
Girl,
this
you're making unnecessary
episode,
noise.
this episode's not called Through the Bong for no reason. Because we have
a
the bong present.
And we're gonna go through it.
Yes. So you better bring that bong, little lady.
Alright. I do need the grinder.
She does need the grinder, though.
Oh, it's on the printer.
Girl, okay, you can go get it.
Yeah,
no, I'll
right.
get it. No.
I mean, I
You
don't have
wireless.
Are we
a
going to
wire.
edit this and cut out these parts?
No.
I mean,
this is quality content, us stepping up.
This doesn't seem like quality content to me.
But just because we don't find it quality content doesn't mean...
it's okay. It's the beginning of a
Something else.
conversation.
Yeah.
I should
So
dump
today
this
we
out.
will be talking about...
I don't know. We'll just go through many different things. Me and Megan
Yeah.
wanted to start with talking about getting nervous shits when we're at the store.
Yes, so we have, to our listeners, we have this phenomenon that we share, which is when we're shopping, Elham, especially at thrift stores, we get a mixture of anxiety and excitement, so our stomach starts to hurt, and we need to take a giant shit in the store.
And it's not one of those shits where you can hold it until you get home. It's one of those where you start sweating.
Yeah.
And you're okay, it's one of those where you start sweating and you have to find the nearest bathroom or you will shit yourself. Anyways, we think it's anxiety induced, but also a little tad bit of excitement.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like a thrill.
Anna,
of
do you
shopping.
have this experience?
No, it's really funny because, like, with my family, it's always like... It was always a big thing. We're like, we don't shit in public. Like, shitting
really?
is not for public. Like, you have to be in your own private toilet for shitting. And it was always, like, a big deal with my family. So it's like, you need to go to the bathroom? It's like, well, it has to be number one.
Yeah.
There's nothing else that you can do. And it's like, okay.
Interesting.
I mean, I understand, but it's...
Yeah.
I
I always
my
think it's
family's the
gross.
same.
Like, I always felt it was gross. Now,
Yeah.
not so much. But,
I
like,
mean, I don't care as much. I know so many people that are like at school, like, they refuse to poop at school.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's like, why, though?
I was
Like,
just scared of people knowing it was me taking massive shits in school.
I
know.
don't care. I'm gonna be like, I'll go to class and like I'll drink coffee in the morning and I'll be in a rush. So I'll get to campus and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah. My
You just
brother...
gotta go.
He's very sensitive about, like, using the bathroom in public. Like, he refuses to. Like, he holds it until it's, like, his stomach is
That is
hurting.
not
or, like,
good.
yeah, I know. It's not good. And I'm like, you should probably just use the restroom even if you're in public.
Nobody cares.
But for me, I've gotten desensitized because I have IBS.
Yeah.
Anyways. But, yeah, when I go to thrift stores, I get
you
very...
lighter? I didn't
bathroom...
bring one.
I get very bathroomy. You know, sorry for the listeners out there. I don't speak English too
Bathroomy.
well. I'm kidding.
Okay, if you don't know, Elham is an immigrant.
I am an immigrant.
She's
we
First
only
illegal.
generation.
have one white woman on this.
So our only white woman, Megan, here. Anyways,
Thank you.
there's this one specific store that every time I've gone without what is the word?
Fail?
Without fail, thank you.
We're not even high
you
yet.
guys, first generation here. Without fail, I've had to shit,
Alright.
every single time.
Should we announce this? Who
Okay.
pause our topic?
So the bong has been prepared. It's about to be lit.
By our chef. Our in-house chef. Okay, I'm nervous.
Oh, she took a big one.
Wow, can you hear that?
through the
If we start
bong.
coughing, I am so sorry. I apologize.
We shall
There's
cut
more
it
in the
out.
grinder if you.
I am maybe.
Our
Listen.
editor Jimmy will get to
Jimmy.
editing. Jimmy, cut that part out.
Me?
That's your lie.
No, we have to act
That's
like
my editor name.
Yeah, that's your editor.
we have to act like we hired someone because
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
like so popular.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're like what's that?
Our
bald
merch will
dude's
be out
name?
soon. The what?
The bald dude that
Elon Musk.
no, the bald dude that trucks the legs.
Oh, the guy that always comes up in every fucking
Yes.
Seth Rogen. Joe
Joe
Rogan.
Rogan. Okay, we're gonna be the next Joe Rogan. Racist, bald, and on testosterone.
Libertarian. Oh no.
Yeah.
We're sorry for the Joe Rogan fans out there. You know,
I need to lube it up.
she needs to lube
Sorry.
it up.
That's what hurt my throat so bad last time.
Okay, it's my turn.
Yeah. Let me like twist it
Thank
up a
you.
little bit.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Need water?
I thought I had a water bottle in here. I'm
There's
gonna
one
text our
there.
secretaries and ask them to bring a water bottle.
We do have male secretaries, and yes, they're forced to wear uniform.
Yes, skimpy uniform.
Just hear like the clack of heels as they come in.
Whoa! They don't call us.
Ellen
Nothing.
died. She's no longer with us.
Sorry, guys.
Okay, should we go back to shitting?
Sorry
Talking
about that.
about shitting.
Oh, I know I had something I had to say. It was like, I was talking to my cousin once, or I guess I was talking to my mom about my cousin. But basically my cousin has this weird feeling about carrying toilet paper. Like, she goes to the store and she refuses to carry the toilet paper. Like, she'll make her mom do it, or like her boyfriend do it. And when she was living with us, like, we had to do it. Like, she refuses because she had this idea in her head, like, she's the only one that shits, that, like, uses toilet paper, period. And I was
So,
just
like,
like,
she would buy toilet paper?
yeah, and she,
Oh.
like, she couldn't carry, because, like, usually it doesn't fit in a bag, you know, like a plastic bag or anything, so you have to, like, kind of carry it out in the open. She thought that was embarrassing. And it's like,
Interesting.
not that she thought, like, no one else shit, she just thought it was embarrassing
To
to carry it, to show to everyone, like, I take shits. Like,
Well, I'm interested to find out more. Did she feel the same way about like pads and tampons?
Yeah, I was gonna ask the same thing. Okay, I was gonna ask the same thing because a lot of men are embarrassed to buy pads and tampons.
I used to be
for their
embarrassed
girlfriends.
about it, like when I was younger.
Yeah, I was too.
Yeah.
I would tell my parents to buy it for me. I would tell my parents to buy it for me.
Sorry, our male secretary just walked in.
Our male
And he
secretary.
actually interrupted.
Oh, I can see his butt a little bit.
This is NSFW, guys.
Anyways, I used to tell my parents to buy my pads and stuff for me. Because, like, I was like, I don't want to be at the store with them when I buy it. Because they're going to know whose it is.
I would make my mom do it. My dad still doesn't know I have my period to this day.
No, I'd make my mom do
No,
it.
Yeah.
No.
No. When I got my first period, my mom had to tell the whole family. She called my grandma, my aunt, my dad, and then they all called me and they're like, "Wow, we're so happy for you." And like that conversation with my dad was so awkward. He's like, "Yeah, you're a woman now," and I was like, "Oh, I gotta go."
Okay, so this brings up a good topic because
Bring up a good topic.
this is a good topic to talk about because I want to talk about the first time I had my period. Okay. It was 6th grade. It was the day where, you know, in middle school they have the award days where, like, you'd go on stage and they give you, like, certificate of attendance.
Yeah.
It was that day, and it was that night, and I went to the bathroom, and lo and behold, there was blood. And so I started panicking. I was like, my life is over. And then I went and I hid in my mom's closet, which is like connected inside the bathroom. And then like I spent like 2 hours watching YouTube videos about like people who got their first periods and like what they did, how their like first period experience was. And I was just like panicking because I was like, this is it. My life as a child is over.
Wow.
Okay, I did have that thing too, but I was like, it was because of all the family calling and they're like, "You're a woman now."
That's a
And
big
like, I had
deal.
this moment where I was just like, what do you mean? I'm not a child. I'm not allowed to like play. I have to go like do taxes or something.
Yeah.
Like, it was weird. It was jarring.
No, to me, I'm like, I'm never gonna be viewed the same again. So
I thought
I was panicking.
I kind of had the opposite. I would really always really wanted my period, because I was like, then I'll be like an adult, or not an adult, but like I'll be closer to being an adult.
I don't know. And then I like had to break it to my mom, which was so nerve-wracking. I don't know why, because like she's my mom, but like for me, I was like, how am I gonna tell her?
Yeah,
oh
I was
my God.
so scared.
Yeah, it was scary.
For me, it was weird because when I started getting in that age, like my mom started talking to me more and more about like, I mean, my mom has always been very open when talking about like sex or like just that kind of stuff in general. And so like when I started getting like early teens, she started talking about it more, and she explained like periods, and she explained how to put on a pad and all of that. And she always had it in both, and all of the bathrooms in our house always have them. So she was just like, when it happens, this is what you do. And so, like, when it happened for me, like, I did it, and then I just went up to her, and I was like, Mom, it started.
I cried, too. I cried, too. But, like, it was just, like, because when you get it, you're like, I didn't know about menopause. I didn't know. I thought I'm going to have this for the rest of my life. And I was like, every month I have to be in pain and have cramps. And I'm like, every month this is going to happen.
I think, like, I don't have really bad cramps or anything like that. And I just remember getting really freaked out when it started, because, like, it was very inconsistent. Because, like my mom told me, like, yeah, it's going to happen, like, some days. And then, it's like, some months you might skip it because you just started it. And I was just like, I remember, like, it didn't happen. What's going to happen? I'm going to die. Like, I'm pregnant. Never had sex. I'm pregnant.
I was actually praying that mine would be inconsistent. Because, like, with the YouTube videos I was watching, they were saying I got my first one, and then I didn't get one for a couple months. And I was like, please be me. But then it was just consistent from there on. Yeah.
I didn't get one for, like, 4 months after.
Same. Like, it took a long time, and it made me freak out, and then it happened again, and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
No, I got mine every month after that, which...
I remember my mom, like, every morning I would wake up, like, on my first period, she would come in and look at my sheets.
That's weird.
And she, because I, like, bled, the first night, bled through.
Yeah.
I feel like that would make me uncomfortable.
Okay.
Yeah, I felt exposed.
I don't think I was taught well enough what to do when I got my period.
Mm-hmm.
So when I got my first period, I thought I wasn't allowed to shower for some reason. So I went like that the 5 days. I was like on day 5. I was on day 5 of no shower.
Stinky.
And I was like, Mom, like I was like, I really can't go this long without showering. I was like, can I go take a shower? Or like is that allowed when you're on a period? And my mom was like, yes. And I was like, how do you stop the blood? Like, I thought blood was just gonna pour out.
I thought that too. I remember freaking out about taking a shower.
Yeah.
It was just like, no.
Yeah, and then I was like, what do you do when you get out? And my mom was like, just have a pad and underwear ready to, like, change into.
My mom was more like, just be quick.
Yeah.
Like, you only dry bottom half.
Yeah.
Put underwear on.
And then finish.
And then finish.
So, like, I don't know. I think we should probably get more education on.
Yeah.
Aw, our secretary's taking out the trash.
Oh my God, that scared the fuck out of me. And maybe because I'm under the influence, but I did think it was like a delivery guy or something. Like, what do we deliver?
Stuff. He's actually a
No,
robber.
I only saw him when he was
Contactless robbery.
Yes, contactless robbery for COVID-19.
That's funny. I was always scared. I wasn't scared. I was just confused about tampons.
Oh.
Okay, yes. My mom never taught me how to do that.
Yeah.
And like health class never teaches you. It was like me watching a bunch of YouTube videos to be like, no.
I actually went to my sister's bathroom and I stole like 1 or 2 tampons for her bathroom and I tried to do it like myself.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like them now, but I didn't for many years.
Same. It was also because like I remember like looking like all the different kinds of tampons they have, like the ones that don't have any string or an applicator, and I was just like, no. I was like, that's no, and like it was so uncomfortable too. I had to take it out like immediately the first time, and I was like, I can't.
Yeah,
I can't do it.
I still have never worn a tampon before, but like that's just
try it.
no. It's just because like I have like pain down there, you know.
I mean,
so.
I do it too, but it usually like only happens like after my period. So
I just think
It's when
it's like
flares
different
up.
for everyone.
I
Yeah,
could only
yeah.
wear them in like the first 2 days. I also don't really get my
Really?
periods anymore
Yeah.
because of
Birth
birth
control.
control. Well, not the pill because that bitch made me have 2 periods a month.
Yeah.
Well, I would like, I bleed, my first couple of days I bleed too heavy because I'll just bleed right through them. So but when I'm lighter, like.
yeah.
See, but that's the thing. I can
laughing
only
at
wear
me?
them.
Because I'm thinking about like how generic like women's podcasts we sound right now, like talking about our period and
Okay,
stuff.
okay.
But no, I like it. I like it.
I like my bloody period,
bloody,
my bloody
juicy.
carnage, clotty
No, but I like
period.
talking about it because people don't normalize talking about it.
Yes.
People
That's,
just-
okay, that
We're
is one thing
gonna
that bothers me because, like, I remember in middle school. Okay, I was just listening to people talk in middle school, and this girl was talking about like shaving your pubes, and she's like, if you don't shave during your thing, then you're gross. And I was like, your thing? And it took me a second. I was like, she means your period. And I was like, she's not even comfortable with saying the word period, and she's here talking about like
Shaving your pubes.
shaving. I was just like, what the fuck? But
I know.
It
For
is
me-
true. I've
yeah.
noticed that, like, when I shave, I'm like, this is clean. It's not messy all over the place. I don't need to
care
mix
either.
the sauce.
But
that's why I shower.
it did always feel like it needed to be a big secret. Like I still feel like
Yeah.
in my household
Okay.
it needs to be a
Yes.
big secret.
But like, it's my family was never like because it was mostly just me, me and my mom, and then my brother, and so my brother knew when we were on our period. But like, I just remember the most embarrassing thing that happened was like I was in 8th grade, so I was in Georgia. Yeah, and it was like I already hated the school because that was where I was bullied and stuff, and my period started in class. And I didn't have, well, I think I did have it, but like I ended up bleeding through it. And when I stood up, like the chair was bloody and I had to wear khaki pants because of fucking uniform. And it was like so embarrassing. And I tried cleaning it up and then like the teacher noticed. So, because actually the girl said next to me, like the girl said near me, like said it to the whole class basically. And I was like, well, I'm going to go kill myself now.
yeah.
And basically, like, she was like, oh, send me to the nurse. And the nurse gave me, like, different underwear and pants to wear. But when I came back to the class, like people were ignoring it in class, except for the girl that said something because she sucked. But then, like, during lunch, this kid that like, talked to me and was kind of nice, he was like, oh, okay, so now I know when 3 girls in the class have periods, and I can keep track so I know when to avoid you. And I was just like, you're going to track my period? And he was like, yeah, it's just so, like, I know when you're going to be in that mood. And I was like,
Whoa.
like, I was just so, I was like, I've just had, like, I just went through this whole thing where I was super embarrassed, and now you say you're going to keep track
That's
of
disgusting.
me? I was like,
Yeah, that's
bitch,
really
I don't
gross.
even keep track of me. What are you talking about?
Really quickly, I just want to apologize if you heard me flipping my charger for like 2 minutes of that story because I'm high right now and it's a nervous tick thing.
It's okay.
But across like my mom like takes birth control where she doesn't get periods, and then my stepmom like had early menopause. So like for the longest time, I was the only one like across all my family to have one. So like it was a really big like I didn't talk about it because nobody else went through it or whatever.
Yeah, my mom went through early menopause too.
I'm scared of menopause.
Yeah.
Really? Why?
I don't know. It just sounds horrible. I feel like it's just the way that it's been talked about is to make it sound like such a horrible, like, oh, you're having hot flashes and like you act horrible all the time and all this stuff. And like maybe it's not exactly like that, but it's like the thought of it
Could I have
freaks
some
me
of your
out.
water?
Yeah.
Thank you. My throat hurts a little bit.
I think this
That was
that's the in studio dog we have.
She's just protecting us. She's guarding the house. Faith, you don't need to be quiet. A moment of silence for silencing the dog.
I think the scariest part of menopause to me would be like the idea that another phase of your life is starting and like one's over, or like the period thing.
I think my mom, she probably was having a harder time than she was expressing to me, because like...
Wait, can I ask if y'all don't take us too personal, like, how early was the early menopause? Like, how old were they?
45.
Yeah, my mom was like, my
40s?
stepmom was like 40s.
Yeah. My mom was like 45. Oh, whoa. Sorry. Moment of silence for the girl with the burning throat.
I just have really dried now.
No, this is not called Through the Bong for no reason. We did smoke.
We're proving it by coughing right now.
For our listeners, she just spilled water everywhere.
On her titties.
My titties are wet right now.
If you want something,
For my
Thank
mom,
you.
it was 45. But then, like, I think she wasn't showing me the full extent
Yeah,
to, like...
I never knew.
Because I was
it's just a straw.
I was in middle school. You could have told us
Because it will drip out on you.
She did not tell us.
that her water bottle was a straw, so we were tipping it upside down.
This is cool.
Get water everywhere.
This is cool.
Thank you. It's a
It's
Brita.
a Brita.
But I don't have the Brita thing inside.
We're not
it.
sponsored by Brita. This is
We're
not
not
Brita
sponsored. This
advertising.
We'll beep it out.
Yeah, we'll bleep it out.
Fix it in post.
So you guys think we're saying, like, cunt. This is not sponsored by cunt. We'll bleep out that word, too.
I do like bleep words because it makes it sound more funny. Yeah, because it's like,
Okay, yes. I do think it's a lot funnier to do a bleep than to actually leave the cuss in.
What
I
pisses
agree.
me off is when they mute the audio.
Okay, yeah. I hate
Because I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know that just happened. Maybe I think it's like a glitch in your audio or something.
I agree.
Yeah,
Especially like
awkward.
in live events, like
Yes.
whenever the Super Bowl or something
Yes.
is on,
Yeah.
like they mute the like it's almost like the whole audio. Like it feels like it's the whole
Yeah.
audio that they muted for the cuss word. And I'm just like, wait, did my TV just what?
Is that just because like certain words are banned from like public television?
it's the FCC thing, right?
Yes.
Regulations,
Oh yeah. Okay.
There's a
What are the
funny
big ones?
sketch by there's a funny sketch by I forget the name of that comedian. I'm gonna get it, but it's like his whole thing is on like the 7 words that you can say. It's like fuck, cunt, shit, motherfucker, something like that.
Jimmy,
But like,
add that.
but
in
that
post,
was
the name.
also
Jimmy, add the video. Add the
Yeah,
video.
and cut.
okay. Anyway, but like that was also like that sketch and stuff is from I think the 80s or something. So like those were the words that weren't allowed to say, but also it's all determined because the FCC is a self-regulating body, and it's to avoid the government regulating. But basically, it's dictated by the public and what the public deems as appropriate. So like back then, like you couldn't say like certain words, like shit was a bad word, or like you couldn't show sex on TV.
Yeah.
Whereas nowadays, like that's more normalized. So it's okay to say it.
She just almost fell. Megan just almost fell off the bed. That's where the giggles are from.
It's like just ignore it.
Anyway, on the periods thing, if you can tell, Anna is very interested in media. Nobody else cares. No, it's kidding.
They pretend to listen.
It is interesting. It really is interesting.
No, it is.
Because we're all pretty invested in media. Obviously, we're making a podcast. Okay, on that period, would you guys ever try like Diva Cups or like the reusable?
I have one. And Diva Cups are awesome.
That is disgusting.
I don't
No.
really have periods anymore, so I can't say anything.
Yeah.
But they are great. They were also another thing that I could only use for like the first 2 days because it needs to be lubricated down there for you to actually be able to put it in, and it's
Yeah.
like it's the whole thing. If you're okay with having blood in your fingers,
Does it feel comfortable?
if you put it in right.
Okay. Because
Which,
I was like,
it depends on the brand also. Like, I've heard people have bad experience depending on the brand, and also they come in different sizes. So, like, knowing the size that you need.
Do you boil yours?
I did when I first bought it, but usually I just make my shower or my sink really, really hot and, like,
yeah.
Yeah.
rinse it in there.
I was gonna say if I ever walk in and you're like boiling your Diva Cup, no, just kidding.
No, but I always thought like
let's
people
drink
who
the
wear
bomb
Diva
one.
Cups, if they can feel it all day,
Thank you.
because I wouldn't want to like be thinking about it all day. Or do you forget about it?
Okay, so the first time I wore it, I don't think I put it in right. So, like, it did make me, and I could only last, like, a couple, like, I think it was, like, 3 hours, and I had to take it, because it was, like, freshman year. So I only had, like, one class that was in North Campus, and then I went all the way back to East Campus, and I just took it out, because I couldn't handle it. But then, like, I kind of just kept doing it, and I figured out, like, the right way to put it. And you can, and the good thing is, like, you don't have to change it, like, for the full day. So, like, you could leave it in the whole day and you don't even have to think about it and just take it off when you like take a shower.
Yeah. This might be TMI, but does it get messy trying to take it out?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what,
Okay,
for me, it
yeah.
was always I take it out before I shower.
That's what I was afraid of.
I mean,
about, like, because
by-
I have heavy flows sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, very heavy
By
flows.
mess, okay, so for me, it was always like, I always put it in and took it out in, like, while I was on the toilet.
Yeah.
So, like, when I woke up, my morning piss was
Okay.
putting it in. But just because, like, taking it out is, like, you have to, like, squeeze it and turn it and, like, take it out. And so, like, it's gonna start falling out.
Yeah.
So, like, just being on the toilet. Is, like,
Wait,
it's
how
just-
long can you leave it in?
I think it says, like, 12 hours.
Oh shit.
Because it's not just like a soaking thing there.
right,
Just
it holds.
it just holds it, and then you just take it out because it all falls into the thing.
I know vagina holes and pee holes?
Yeah.
I'm using child terminology here because I don't know the scientific terms.
Because this is
Urethra.
So, yeah,
in the
urethra.
South.
The urethra and the vagina are different. So, like, can you still pee while you have it in?
Yeah.
Okay.
It does feel weird. I gotta say that much. It's
That's what-
like yeah. It's.
I just
it's
want to
weird,
know
but
if
it's
it
fine.
feels how it feels.
Well, like with tampons, it feels weird because the string gets all wet.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
See,
like it's
I
just
have never
the
worn a tampon.
feel-
I don't know this stuff.
It's just the feeling that's weird. It's not like I don't know. It's
Wait,
not like that.
okay, if I remember the design correctly, it's like a cup and there's like a stem, right?
It's
Does the stem have a
foldable,
hole?
right? Like
The whole
it
thing is
scrunches up,
foldable.
and then you can let it go when you put it.
Yeah,
in.
you have to like hold into like they call it the taco. You hold it in the taco and you shove it up there and then you
And
just
then
let
you
it.
let it go.
Like usually you have to like turn it a little bit, which is a little funky.
Yeah.
But then it like opens up.
Yeah.
Wait, but how do you know if it's too full? Does it just overflow
I mean, yeah.
and like leaks out?
I mean, sometimes it will leak out. So like,
Oh.
I know a lot of people say like, especially when you first start using it, when you don't know if you got the right size cup or like you don't know if you're gonna have to empty it out throughout the day, is to like wear like a panty liner. Or like the first time I wore it, like I would wear pads underneath just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it does like a little bit, but
I mean, it's just the same as a tampon, then, right?
Yeah.
but it's
Because like with tampons, you gotta wear like panty liners
Yeah.
just in case.
I mean, yeah, it's just it
Depending
is,
on how heavy.
and my thing is just like significantly less chances of having toxic shock syndrome.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that also scared me
Yeah.
about ever trying tampons.
That's why I never sleep in them.
Yeah.
That's when like
Yeah.
the thing about the Diva cups, everyone's always like you could sleep in them and like you don't get. I never did that because like
Yeah.
I'm not going to risk sitting like this the whole time, and I feel
Yeah.
like that like if I'm in a horizontal position, then like the cup it's not falling in the cup.
I was more open to, well, like I like the Diva cup because like you can just wash it, but I really liked the idea of reusable pads because like that just seemed more practical.
Okay. But what do you guys think about the underwear that you can wear no pad with? And it's like,
I have seen
Yeah.
plenty of YouTube reviews on it.
yeah.
It's no.
It's no,
Really?
okay. Because
It
I always
doesn't
wanted
really
to
work.
try
Yeah.
the, I don't know what the fuck they call
Yeah.
it.
Like,
But then, like, where you don't have to put the pad because the underwear is the absorbent. And then, like, you could wash the underwear and reuse that. And then, but, like, I was always afraid of it, like, leaking or, like...
The thing that I
making a
thought
mess.
when I
don't
first
know.
when I first saw that is like, so no matter what, like if it works amazing, I would still have to buy like at least 5 pairs
Mhm.
because the chances of me doing laundry in the middle of the week and like
It might be
Eh.
good for lighter days, though, to where you
No,
might not
that's-
need a pad.
that's
but-
what I saw in a
Yeah.
bunch of reviews were like your heavier day, like the person wore it on their heaviest day.
Yeah.
I was just reviewing a bunch of period products over like a couple months,
Yeah.
and she was trying them on their
Was this
on her
Sophia
heaviest day.
Nygaard?
Yes.
Yes, I've seen that video.
I love her.
Promo.
But anyway, I have seen other people too, and it was just like on your heaviest day, probably not the best choice, but like later, yes. Something about it just is gross to me
I agree.
because
I don't know why.
it will. It's just how liquid works. It's gonna
Yeah.
spread,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so it's like icky to me.
Yeah.
But the Diva cup,
This podcast really applies to 14-year-old girls about to start their period. All the
isn't
options.
everybody's audience? No matter like if you're a media creator, your audience is teenagers.
Yeah.
They're the ones on there. People our age are too busy studying.
Nah, I love me some podcasts,
Yeah.
if you know what I'm saying. But, like, I don't know.
It
I think
makes
it's
me feel like I'm 12.
I think it's important for adults to talk about it, too. Like, talk about their experiences.
I mean,
with
maybe
it.
that's it too. It's like it's a taboo for
Yeah,
older people to talk about it,
I know.
whereas kids are looking for information and it's
Yeah,
hard to
like,
find.
my mom, I don't know if she'd openly talk about, like, menopause and other stuff with the ladies.
I know my mom would with me and with her sister, and with like my mom has no problem talking about any of that stuff, but like I know most other people wouldn't.
Yeah.
Like my grandma doesn't like talking about it, but my mom doesn't care, so she'll
And
just
I feel
talk
like
about it.
if my mom does talk about it, it would be in like a private, like,
Yeah.
I was going through menopause. But like
you're my daughter
yeah,
talking.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like it's always seen as a secret. And like especially I felt like it needed to be a secret. This is going back to the secret thing that we talked about earlier. But I felt like especially men I had to keep it from. Like
Yeah.
guys
Yeah.
cannot know, and then girls are my allies. And
Yeah.
the girls like always in the bathroom in like high school and middle school would be like, "Can you check behind me? Can you check if I have
Yes.
like a stain or
Wait,
something?"
can I say one comment on this whole like
Yeah.
trusting girls? That our school's bathrooms don't all have the little dispenser for them, and
Yeah.
some of them have signs that say like, oh, just ask the other girls in the bathroom. One of them is
Ooh.
bound to have it. And I was like, what? I'm giving you thousands of dollars, and you can't afford these little cotton things.
We
That's
actually
what-
didn't have them
No.
in our bathrooms. We had to go to the nurse.
In high school,
Yeah.
we didn't even have the
Yeah.
dispenser.
No.
Yeah,
Bunch of
they would
dangerous
tell us to go
We
to
didn't
the
even have
nurse
the
if we
boxes
needed
in the like to be able to privately throw away. Like with
Yeah, we didn't.
it was like
I
just
think we
one
did.
big trash can that you had to walk out with your thing in your
Yeah.
hand.
Yikes.
Here's my giant blood-soaked
Yeah,
toilet paper.
Yeah, we had the little side trash cans that you could put like.
I used to get
Into
so
the
scared when I would get big blood clots. Like, I would freak the fuck out. I'm like,
Oh
oh my
no,
god,
I
like,
thought
it's
I
a
was
baby.
bleeding out.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna die.
Yeah. I think I started Googling at one point too. Like,
Yeah.
is that normal? But and then I realized it's normal.
I would
like,
take pictures.
Okay, I didn't go that far.
And I, like, you know, like when you're in the shower and if you find one, you like kind of mess with it.
Oh. I don't, but
Not in the shower, but maybe when you like wipe and you're like, oh.
Yeah, and with the toilet paper, you just
Oh,
Yeah.
it's fun to feel.
Yeah.
It's like
It's 'cause
jelly.
it's boogery. It's like
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
a
Mucus.
snot.
It's mucus.
I think mine mostly just goes onto my pad, and then I just change it. I'm like, okay.
I hate, for some reason, the idea of pads are like they're very convenient and
Yeah.
needed, but they just feel old to me. Like I feel like an old. No offense
yeah.
to our elderly
No
audience.
offense to the elderly.
It feels like an outdated
Yes.
method of
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
like,
but I
that's one
still do
thing.
it.
That's why I started
Yeah.
using tampons. Because I felt like, because like I remember hearing so many people saying like they only wore tampons, tampons, and I was just like, oh my god, I'm like an old lady that's
Yeah.
wearing. And it was like,
It's definitely marketed like
cares?
you're a cool, fun, hip,
Yeah.
active young
okay,
lady.
but that's because it makes me think of like the You by Kotex or whatever,
Yeah.
where they're doing like cartwheels and they're like,
Yeah.
I'm a young, healthy teenage girl and I
Yeah.
wear tampons.
And that's why I always thought, I thought tampons, because of those ads, I thought they were
Yeah.
only for athletes. I'm like, oh, so athletes wear that when they're on their period so they can
Yeah.
get exercise.
I remember younger watching Jenna Marbles, and she would just say tampons. Like she wouldn't like many people don't say tampons and pads. They just say
Yeah.
tampons. So I thought it was some like definition of being a woman meant just tampons.
It's also the fact like
Yeah, I did think that
What's
too.
I think the better term for them is like sanitary napkin or something, because
Yeah.
pad applies to so many things.
Yeah.
Like doing derby, you say like, oh, did you wash your pads? That means your knee pads, your
Yeah,
elbow
that's
pads.
true.
Like that does not mean did you have your period and wash your pads?
I know.
And it's just, I think that there's that also, that I like when I was younger that I decided that's why everyone always said tampon instead of anything else, because like tampon, you know exactly what a person's talking about, but when you say like pad, it's like, which pad?
I mean, yeah, there are a lot of different things
At least
that can apply to.
I mean, that's what I convinced myself of. But like, also we were talking about put more in there.
What's more? Don't be afraid.
But also when we were talking about the commercials,
Yeah, it looks
and
like
stuff,
ash.
There's a little bit right here.
All right, stupid.
Just keep that left in.
Anyway, about commercials is how like you see tampons being advertised with like young people, and then usually you don't see pads. Usually pads are like the little blue liquid. There's rarely a person, I think, or usually they're like more middle aged adult.
Yeah.
And then you see like the geriatric diapers, and that like to me it was always like whenever my mom said like, oh, she was on her period or it was always referred to as the diaper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it was always like,
you felt like a baby.
I mean, no, or I felt like an old person.
Yeah.
Like, it was like the
Yeah.
geriatric diaper thing. It was like,
And it does, like, the way it, like, comforts you, and it feels big, like, in your pants,
Yeah.
kind of.
I mean, I do gotta try different things, but also, like, it just feels like the most comfortable, just because, like, I did hear about this in another podcast, so, but, like, I think I might have this thing
I'll
called,
float back up. Sorry.
we talked about it,
Vaginismus.
vaginismus. Yeah, where, like,
they
like-
mentioned that in the Netflix show Sex Education. Sorry.
You know, I didn't even know it. Like, I knew from Googling, I did think it was, like, some kind of issue, but then I heard it in, it's a good podcast. You guys should check it out. It's called Other People's Lives. And then one lady was on there talking about it. And then, like, it sounded like my experience. And then I was like, oh, I think I have this, where, like, I do feel like insertion of anything is very painful for me, and just pain during, like, periods, just, like, very uncomfortable. But, like, so that's why pads are kind of my go-to. And I didn't realize that that's not normal.
So what is vaginismus? Like
It's like sensitivity or extra.
we can't hear you, ma'am.
It's sensitivity in your pelvic flooring.
It has to do with crawling.
Anyways, I didn't know it wasn't normal that, like, certain people don't experience that, because
No one heard you.
I just stopped.
People only heard the don't quote me on this.
anyways, I never realized it wasn't normal, because, like, nobody talks about it. Nobody talks about their fucking vagina.
But does it hurt all the time, or is it just like when you're on your period?
It's random time. For me, it's
okay.
random.
For me, it's like
Or
any
insertion.
time insertion is involved, or any time, like, there is random times too where it feels like there's like
can't
a
say.
punch a little bit, but
Okay.
Mine feels like
Wait,
stabbing.
like a punch, like a random.
like a punch down here.
That's not normal.
Yeah, no. Wait, no, it's not normal.
To feel like like you're just chilling, and then suddenly there's like a random pain in your groin area.
No.
See, I've always associated with my hip injury. Like, I've always thought it's like my hip hurts, and it's made like my pelvic hurt or
A
whatever.
number of different things.
Yeah,
Which
it
freaks me
honestly it could be a number of different things, but, like, you should probably talk to a doctor about it. I've personally tried to tell my gynecologist, and they really didn't look into it, which I was very, like, the gynecologist has failed me many, many, many times. So I do need to go back and have a serious talk with them. I think because of my age, they kind of do
Not take it serious.
they don't take me seriously. And let me take this hit, and then I'll continue this.
I was just gonna say, mine is more of like a stabbing. Like, I can't, when it happens, like, I can't breathe. Because it's, like, very quick and sharp, and I'm like, it's hard. I don't know. It's hard to
And for me, like, okay, I forgot where I was going.
your gynecologist.
Okay, gynecologist, yes. Okay, so, like, I also think I have, like, a severe PMSing problem, which I have tried to talk to my gynecologist about. And I think it was just the nurse that was seeing me, but she, like, I actually told her, like, I have intense breakdowns when my period's coming. I get very irrational, very angry. And then I tell her about, like, how painful periods are. And then she told me, that's what all girls go through. And then she was telling me, honey, that's just part of being a girl. By the way, we're talking about all of this in a very cisgender context, so I'm sorry if it's, like, feeling exclusive to trans men, but we're just talking about period having people in general. But the nurse told... Sorry. Yes.
We've killed Anna. Are you okay?
Are you okay? You want to pause?
Oh!
Okay.
I apologize. No.
It's okay.
Don't apologize. We'll edit this out.
Yeah,
Jimmy won't.
it burnt the fuck out of my throat the first time. But yeah, are you okay?
You're crying.
Yeah.
Oh, Anna's crying, guys.
I think it's burning her chest.
See, if we did cocaine, we'd feel a little differently.
I think we'd feel a little jittery right now. We do not endorse cocaine.
We don't endorse. No, but we endorse weed.
We don't endorse Joe Biden either. Okay. We don't endorse Trump either. So
No, we do.
don't think about that. Don't take us out of context.
Maybe we kind of endorse Daddy Trump.
39. Anyways, so she told me that this is like what being a girl is about. So I felt like super hurt that like my feelings were being invalidated. Where I know something is not normal, and I'm telling the doctor something's not normal, and they tell me it's normal. Your suffering is normal. You're supposed to be miserable. It's like, no, I'm not supposed to be miserable when my period is coming.
I think that's it's a big part. I don't know if like to say it's like a big part of being like a woman or being.
A period having person?
I don't think just a period. Yeah, I can't speak. A person who presents himself as female or like born female. I think there's a lot of just like what you're feeling is normal. It's like it's in your head kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where it might be taken more seriously by a man.
I know. It's like I don't know.
True.
I feel like we think we're supposed to feel all the shitty things that we feel, and like we think we're supposed to be having breakdowns or having intense pain where you're dry heaving, but it's not normal. It's not normal. There are not every woman is out there having like that intensity or those breakdowns. You know, there are people that are like having these periods that are like not affecting their everyday lives and stuff.
I would say that there are people that do experience a lot, but it's ignored.
We don't have to make it seem like it's normal.
Yeah,
like,
I think it's
to
like
accept it and just be like,
I think it can be like a pattern of people. It's just something that it can be treated now and should be.
Yeah.
And like it could be like multiple. Everybody has, or not everybody, but like. A lot of people have like endometriosis.
Yeah, definitely.
And it was definitely like underdiagnosed before.
Yeah, because I feel like people don't take it seriously.
Yeah, or cyst.
That's why I feel like people don't take that pain seriously.
Yeah.
The thing like that I was thinking about is like, usually women aren't taken seriously, but like also if you have any other condition, like if you're mentally ill, if like basically anything else, they'll be like, oh, it's just part of that thing. Especially I think. Like if you're overweight, then it's always like, oh, you know what that problem is caused by? Like your weight.
Yeah,
like black women too. No, it's not blamed on their race, but like there's like so many statistics that say like doctors don't listen to that.
I was actually talking to my brother about this, about like medical racism, because like I was trying to explain to him like just how like different systems are like targeted against different groups of people. Anyways. But I was like teaching him about like medical racism, about how like black women are most likely to die during childbirth because doctors, when they're in pain, doctors don't take them seriously. Be like, you have tougher skin as a black woman, that you should not be like in pain. And then they also think that they're lying to get prescription drugs, and like so like doctors end up treating them less, and that's why like more black women die during childbirth, even though black people are a minority, and like they still have a higher rate, you know.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
The medical system is fucked up.
It's fucked
up. How do we get so serious?
Periods were serious.
Yeah.
It is. Sorry.
Yeah, periods were
started with
serious,
shitting. Okay, but period shits.
I hate them.
It's kind of satisfying though when you're done, because like especially because I get a lot of
there's some with like
everything everywhere,
piss, shit, blood.
It feels like everything came out. And you're like, did I just give birth?
Oh, and then you want to throw up because you're nauseous. So it's just like,
I don't usually get nauseous.
Really?
I just don't have really bad PMS.
I don't know.
It's like my first day. I get like everything at once. Like nausea, back pain.
Yeah, the first day is always the hardest. I
think one thing that did become a lot worse after my back injury, my periods got worse. Because then like now because like everything just kind of like tenses up, and so my back got significantly worse. And I was like, I'm gonna rip it all out.
Yeah. That first day I had it. The three of us were in Chicago, and it was like the first day we were ready to go, like, see the town.
Yeah.
And I got my period, and I was in so much pain. I was like,
no. I had a period in Chicago, too.
But then I discovered the wonders of Midol.
Yeah, Midol's great.
Charm.
Yeah, this is not sponsored by Midol.
But it could be.
We'll take that Midol sponsorship.
I take Buscofen, and I buy it from Brazil.
Oh,
and it's the only thing
she
we
got that.
Imported.
Good.
Okay,
no.
It's so okay. Side story. When I got really sick. I don't remember if it was freshman year or sophomore year, but like I was throwing up, and every time I threw up, like as a child, my parents had this medicine they could just take and make it go away.
I remember this story.
And oh god. And so I was taking it, like I was just taking it like once a day because that's what it said. And I go to the health center to see my doctor about because I wasn't feeling well, and he's just like, "Oh, so like, did you take anything?" And I was like, "Yeah, I took this medicine that I got from Brazil
Yeah.
that I've been taking since I was very little."
Yeah.
And the guy was like, "Oh, do you know the name of it?" And like I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I texted my mom and I like got the name and I sent it to him. He's like, "Huh? Okay, I'm just gonna look it up really quick." He turns around, he looks it up. He's just staring at it. He like checks like 3 different sources.
Uh-huh.
And then he looks at me. He's like, "Are you sure it's this one?" I was like, "Yeah, of course. I've been taking it since I was very little." He's like, "Do you ever get any side effects?" I was like, "No, I feel better." And he's like, "Well, this says that sometimes it causes seizures or just like muscle spasms and stuff." And I was like, "I'm sorry, what?"
Oh.
Do you still take it?
Yeah.
Oh,
He was
my
like,
God.
"As long as you're not having the effects, then like."
And you had a fucking
It's okay.
seizure.
Shut up.
Did you take it when you?
No, I only take it when I like have like fevers and I'm like vomiting.
Yeah.
It's just. It was just like the funniest. I was just like, well, this is why this medicine isn't approved in the U.S.
That's a foreign people thing where we bring medicine from our own country.
Okay, but like clearly my medicine's better.
But
I'm getting
the
seizures.
thing is, like, whenever we go to like Iran or when our family friends go there, we kind of like ask for certain medications.
Yeah.
Because they don't have FDA. They don't have FDA there,
Yeah.
so like it's stronger. It's like very much stronger.
Other countries have their own version of the FDA.
Yeah.
And like certain countries just care less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like also the FDA in the
It's
US is
fucked up.
so like it's driven by money, and it's like whoever has the most money can get their medicine approved and can also keep other medicine.
Did you watch that documentary?
Dallas Buyers Club discusses
Yeah.
this thing in very. If you want to watch Matthew McConaughey,
But yeah,
have 8.
Did you watch that documentary about medical devices?
What?
It's a really good one on Netflix.
Okay.
It has to do with the FDA and like
I heard about it, but I haven't seen it.
there's this thing called like the grandfather clause. So basically, like if a pharmaceutical like there's a new device on the market, what they do is they like categorize these into like kind of how you do like the genus, species, family, or whatever.
Yeah,
It's so
like a family tree.
if it's in that like family tree of it, and the old one was approved, that one doesn't need like its own like testing and approval. It's automatically approved.
Like is it because like it's kind of related to this drug?
Right.
Okay.
I'm doing a terrible job explaining it, but I'm high.
that could lead to some abuses.
Yeah, because these devices are like leaching like chemicals into people's bodies.
I mean, yeah, and also it lets like they don't see a problem until like you can't usually see problems
Until
like,
later.
40, 50
Yeah.
years later when people are dying. But
Oxy.
Hi, I gotta look up that documentary so our viewers can.
No,
It's like
what
blood
to
something.
check out.
But
Yeah.
there was just one example. Sorry, I keep talking about
No,
this,
you're good.
but where this girl, it was multiple women had these surgeries to do with. God, I think it was like. It wasn't a hysterectomy, but it was something like along that line
Yeah.
of like removing parts, and like they all experienced their like vaginas like falling out, like of their bodies.
Oh,
yeah.
my fucking God. I don't even want to imagine that.
I mean, if we go back to talking about vaginas, is like things related to women are usually less updated and less tested.
Oop, yep. That's
So
fair.
and
Underdiagnosed.
usually they're tested on women of color, primarily Black women.
And that's why we don't have updated versions of birth control that would possibly be much better for us and not give us depression, weight gain, and all that.
Okay, the whole thing about the pill that makes me so mad is the fact that like I've seen like posts saying that this is true, so I don't know, but like that it was initially made for men.
Oh.
And, like, it gave men the exact same side effects it gives women.
Oh, I remember
But
seeing
women
that.
didn't want
I
it.
feel like that's some Tumblr shit.
See, I get it, but, like,
Yeah.
I believe it. It's the
I
fact
do,
that, like,
too,
that's
yeah,
so...
yeah.
It's the fact that, like, women are told you can't tie your tubes. You have to wait until you're, like, 40 to make a decision like that. And married. But, like...
Wait, what?
Like, and the fact that, like, women, like, oh, you should be on the pill because the condom's uncomfortable or whatever. And, like, but men aren't willing to, like, you know, clip it up, which can be reversed.
The documentary, by the way, sorry to interrupt, is
good.
called The Bleeding Edge, and it came out in 2018.
Is there any age restrictions on when you can get your tube tied?
Technically, no, but it's always like, oh, but how do you know you want to get it tied? Like, you're so young, you don't know if you want to have children, which is messed up. Like, I have a friend who, well, her sister, and they both have, like, really, really bad PMS, but her sister's, like, the worst, but she cannot, like, leave the house when she's on her period. And she's tried everything, and she said the strongest thing is the patch, and it only kind of works. And, like, we had this conversation, and it was like, well, in that situation, like the only solution is to just get your tubes tied, just, like, get rid of it. But because, like, it's not worth it, like, that much of pain. And, like, that usually means that you won't be able to have children anyway. Like, if you have that bad of pain, it usually means you won't be able to have kids.
Yeah.
But she said, like, they basically won't let her because she's college age, so she's in her 20s, and so you don't know if she wants to have a kid in the future. Never mind the fact that she might never be. It's like, it's letting her have this false hope, and then and refusing to get rid of the pain that is clearly a sign of other things.
I definitely want to get my tubes tied, but I'm afraid of that. Like, afraid of a doctor that refuses to listen to me because of my age.
She is also a woman of color whose parents use military insurance, so.
Ooh. Right. And then, I don't know, I've always been afraid of, like, doctors not taking me seriously because it has happened before. But, like, I do want to, like, get my shit tied. But, like, I think I might just look for a doctor that I might think might, like, understand what I'm going through.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Somebody come get her.
She's dancing like a stripper.
That is copyrighted.
Oh, fuck.
But we can sing
We
like
lost
10
all our sponsorships.
We can sing like 10 seconds of it, right?
Yes, but you can get taken down
You're
if
right.
they want to.
Jimmy, cut that out. Jimmy
Jimmy,
put a copyright-free song.
Yeah, put a royalty
I'll add a different beat on top. And
Yeah.
like,
Doing different things.
that's what makes it better.
Y'all, I want pizza right now.
We had pizza last night.
I know, I want the leftover.
I have Jimmy Dean.
The leftover. I mean, we can wrap up. We're
No, I don't want to wrap up. I want to eat while we're talking. Or
gonna
take
do
an
it.
eat break.
we
can't
are
eat while
already
we're
at
talking.
52 minutes.
Yeah.
But,
we have enough.
but this is a good episode.
We can make more episodes.
Make more episodes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ladies
We have
and
so
gents.
much we can talk about. So
Okay, let us know in the comments down below. Should we have weekly, bi-weekly, 3 times a week?
what you want to
episodes?
every day.
Wait,
Shit,
subscribe.
We're in a pandemic. We have nothing better to do.
I think we should
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, we should. We should.
We should.
I think we should record as much as we can when we're all together, because like
Yeah.
you're not gonna be here, so
I agree.
we could
we
call
are-
you in.
Busy women. Yeah. I sit
See,
in my room all day.
For the listeners out there,
but she's not
we
gonna be
all are roommates,
No, we're not.
but I do be going home sometimes.
Don't say where you're from.
Oh
Kids
wait,
beeped.
Jimmy censor that. Jimmy censor that.
Jimmy put a big fat
Censor on that.
Anyway, she goes home to her
Mommy,
parents.
Poppy.
Mommy, Poppy house.
Mommy, Daddy's. No, but I just go there just to have some zen and
Get away from us.
get away from these crazy women. I don't want to be here when they're on their monthlies. Their Aunt Flo.
Your Aunt Flo's gonna roll into town.
But no,
Toms. I always call them Toms.
somebody come
Time of
get
month.
her. Really?
I just said period.
I just say time of month. I don't say monthlies.
Anyway.
Okay.
Somebody
But we are being safe.
This
in the
episode
pandemic.
was more on the serious side, but next time you'll see our crazy side. So you better come and join. I'm kidding.
They'll all
kidding,
have
we're
some
not crazy.
discussion that could go many ways.
Yeah, this one was so serious.
No, it was serious, but like
It was good. It was
we're
good.
humans. And this is what we don't.
We could
Come
have guessed.
on. We're robots. This is AI.
We
like
could
that's
have
a Tumblr
guessed.
quote.
Anyway.
Anyways.
Are we humans?
Wrap it up,
Are
Jimmy.
we monsters?
Okay, so thank you for joining in. We'll see you next week on
Through the Bong.